Nice to see you. Been a hot minute. And I wanted to talk about something today that is just freaking people out. So I've been actually doing the whole crypto thing since about 2007. This past year I've gotten really deep into it, and it might seem strange because it seems like a lot of my time right now is dedicated to being barefoot and sharing this barefoot lifestyle and hiking mountains and going for trail runs and crypto and learning more about that and the technology and stuff. And food and music are always there in my life, but when it comes to like my new obsessions, those seems to be it. And they're very polarizing. And what's happening in the market right now is it's crashing. The biggest it's crashed in a while. Now there's always corrections and there's always dips in the market, and whether you know about advice or financial stuff or whatever, it doesn't really matter, because the truth is, what I'm about to share has nothing to do with crypto so much as to do with your life and how investment works and how you can actually build a future for yourself in a way that's stable no matter what happens. So first off, the markets are crashing. I lost probably about 30K in less than 24 hours. I woke up and was like, whoa. And what I've learned first off is that money is emotional. So it's an illusion. When we think about, we have like this bank account and we're investing in stuff in stocks or crypto and they're going up and down. It's like, oh, I have 5,000. Oh, I have 10,000. It's like, until you actually pull it out and use it, it's just like this sort of illusionary like mind fuck, honestly, that's just taking you on this crazy ride. So first off, when you start to understand that money is emotional, and people tend to make the biggest mistakes when things go down. You know, when I look at my profile, most people, oh my God, it's crashing, I gotta get out, gotta get out. Then they pull out, and then the market goes back up and they lose a ton of money. So I'm not emotional. I really see this movement of crypto. This isn't trying to give financial advice, but because I feel that something big is happening in this crypto world, just like with the dot-com bubble, when things crash down, it's actually just things kind of go on sale and you can buy more. But that's what everyone else is talking about. I want to talk about something different that's being completely missed, and this is why I'm not worried. When I invest, even though a lot of my money is in crypto right now, if tomorrow I woke up and it was all gone, that would suck, obviously, but I'm not worried, because the things I'm really invested in are my life, my friends, my community, nature. Things that aren't just going to go away because some billionaire tweets about something and throws off the whole market, or some plant goes down, or there's all these reasons that crypto is all over the place right now. It's a lot of speculation and it's a lot of greed. People want to make a lot of money. There was a coin, Shiba Inu, that I just kind of invested in. Most of the coins I invest in are good coins and projects, and I invested in this Shiba Inu coin, which a lot of people call a shit coin, and for good reason. It doesn't really have any utility to it. It's just this coin, and it exploded and went crazy, and I made a good amount of money off of it very quickly, and I pulled my profits out, and then I was like, I just got to get out of this world. It's weird. And then lo and behold, it crashed down. People lost all the money and they were pissed, and understandably, money is emotional. However, what do you expect? And what happens is, the more people start talking about something, suddenly, like, I had invested in it and no one was talking about it. And then a couple weeks later, everyone starts talking about it and it shoots up and everyone's trying to get on. Oh my God, I heard this person made $1 million up from $500. And yeah, it's greed, And if you're living your life from that energy, it's gonna trickle out. No matter how much money you do or don't make, it's actually not gonna matter. Because the things that actually truly matter in this life, that are going to really matter to you on your deathbed in the long run, that you're going to be remembered by, or not how much money you made in crypto, or not how much, great stock tips and all these things. How do you invest in yourself energetically, in your community, in your friends, in your family? What time and energy are you putting into the things that really matter? So let's take this plant, for example. I want to talk a bit about nature and what's amazing about it. This is my first marijuana plant. I bought this for $25, and I got 2 plants, and marijuana is an amazing medicine for a lot of reasons. I live in Colorado, so it's crazy to me still, but I can walk into a store and legally buy this plant and legally grow 6 per person per household. So that's a lot of plants if I wanted to. I don't need that much, but I wanted to grow this, actually less so for the smoking thing, more so just for the medicinal properties of the plant. So the leaves are edible, you can eat them, put them in salads, you can juice them. Of course, the flower, you can make butters and tinctures, and you can smoke it, which is, has its own medicinal qualities. There's a lot that you can do with this plant. But what's amazing, truly to me and mind-blowing to me, is that as this plant grows, I can actually take cuttings off of this plant. Once this stem grows out a bit, I can cut that off, put it in the ground, and make another plant. And then as this plant grows up and flowers and then seeds, I can take those seeds and I can plant those seeds and make more plants. And with those plants, I can make more seeds. So essentially, from one plant, over my lifetime, I could have an infinite amount of plants. Of course, things can go wrong. Might have to get a new one and start over. But this isn't just about marijuana. I have plants growing all over this property. You can go to the store, buy an organic tomato, take those seeds, plant those seeds, and then have infinite tomatoes for the rest of your life if you know what you're doing and you learn. It's not that difficult. You seed save. Every time a tomato grows, you take those seeds. One tomato seed creates an infinite amount of seeds. So when I think about investment, I'm not just thinking about money. And when we get so confused and lost up in the whole money thing, it's strange to me. Somebody can spend their whole life working for Apple, and then they can, make whatever money they make. And then there's other people that just have money and they invest in Apple and they can make more money than the person who worked their whole life. So the whole investment thing, I get it, and you can make a lot of money investing. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but it's a strange thing at the end of the day because it's very, it's just this money transactional thing. How much money can I make often? Whereas when you invest in yourself, when you invest in nature, it's this beautiful, abundant thing that can't be taken away. Just because suddenly Apple comes out with a product people don't like and it tanks. One day Apple could be gone, and we don't know. A lot of these big companies, they could be gone, and you're not actually really involved in them. But nature is here, and if nature's gone, we're gone. So that's kind of a pretty obvious thing, right? But for now, and it seems pretty certain that nature is here. And I watched this thing called The Year Earth Changed, and it was on, maybe it was actually on Apple or Netflix, one of those. I think it was on Apple shows or movies or something. Anyhow, it was a wild documentary. Basically, they filmed, it was like an Animal Planet type thing where they filmed nature during the lockdown. So all these cities that were covered in smog and pollution and all this stuff, within a matter of weeks in some cases, it cleared up. And animals that were used to having to work around humans in these big cruise ships that screw up all the whale migration, suddenly that was gone. The whales were able to actually do, what they needed to do, and the best reproduction rates they've had in however many years because of humans. And it was just seeing this whole, oh my God, we need to quarantine and just go inside and lock ourselves down. And I'm not here to talk too much about COVID, but one thing that really hit me is we're so much we just got to get a vaccine and we just got to get back out there and go back to normal and get everyone vaccinated. And look, you got a vaccine and you're a hero. But when you really see the impact that we're having on nature and how much I think Mother Nature basically punished humans. We're go to your room, we're going to clean up ourselves. And of course, when people come back out, it's oh, we saved the day, we got the vaccine, people come back out, and then suddenly it's wait, nature then has to come back to this whole, oh, humans are back, pollution's back. And I'm not here to present a solution, but just something to think about, the impact that we have on this environment. So for me, it's I'm not here to blame people or say you should or shouldn't get vaccinated, all this stuff. For me, the focus is, how can I put more time into nature? How can I invest in myself by investing in nature? Because nature is abundant. I've been making medicines recently. I'll go and you see these pine trees. I'll collect the excess sap from the pine trees and I'll melt that down with some beeswax. And I'll take the pine needles and I'll infuse them in oil. And I make these salves and these different creams and lotions and stuff. And there's so much medicine. You wouldn't believe, it looks just kind of random and everything here. But literally everywhere I'm looking, I see plants. And most of them are medicinal and amazing. And you can go to the market and grocery store and pharmacy and buy medicines and whatnot. Most of those medicines come from things that are natural in the wild. So the more connected in tune you get with nature around you and put in the time, that's the real investment. The more you invest in yourself and your understanding of your actual surroundings, the natural surroundings, the more you realize that you're actually in harmony with everything that's existing and you're not trying to fight it. It's not this every human for themselves thing, and I put this out in my new book, Cooking with Your Best Friend. If I remember, I'll leave a link below. But I put it out this whole concept of when you start to take time to invest in what's going on with your health, what is more valuable than that, right? They say a healthy person wants a lot of things and a sick person only wants one thing, which is to get better. So when you don't feel well, it changes everything. You might distract yourself with movies and TV and sex and all, drugs and whatever. But when you feel good, right, amazing things happen. And I don't want to make people feel they have to live my life to feel good, to have access to trails. There's little incremental things that you can do to shift your thing. I'm not here to say, hey, you got to buy organic and forage all your food. It's no. But you can start to develop more of a connection to yourself and to nature slowly and see how that trickles out over your life. Because no matter what situation you're in right now, you can start to tune in to the things that actually matter. And I bring all these things up because I am heavily invested into crypto, and I do see the value of it in some ways. And there's the environmental concerns. People are like, well, Bitcoin, it's, it's environmental concerns. There's all this blah, 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 blah. It takes up too much energy. But it's like, yeah, Bitcoin's just the face of this whole thing. There's all these other companies that are actually doing things and using far, far, far less energy. There's a lot of narratives that are going on there, and it's very easy to get caught up in a narrative. It's very easy to read a headline and to just assume, okay, oh, this is what's going on. Cool. Oh, did you see that Bitcoin uses up too much energy, and that's what Elon Musk said, so all crypto is bad? And it's like, I'm just staying informed in the conversation. I put in hours every day I put in as much time probably to crypto research as I do to barefoot research. And that's why it's kind of funny to me, because I don't always know why I have obsessions, and then eventually over time they start to make sense. For me, it's really not about the money. Like I said, it could go to zero tomorrow, and worst case, like, I've fasted enough, I've learned how to survive. Like, if I need to go live in the woods and live on nothing, I'll figure it out, because I'm investing in myself to be unmesswithable, and to create a state in your life where you can be unmesswithable, where no matter what happens to you, you can stay like this. Doesn't mean, like, when COVID hit, I had a little bit of a whoa, for a few weeks, and then I was like, wait a minute, everything I've been doing in my life, I've been training to be in this place, not giving into fear, not just getting caught up in the media and what people are saying, but to actually check in with myself and say, am I healthy? Am I okay? Will I be okay? Yes. Even if food shortages happen, can I take care of myself and the people around me? Yes. Because I put in 10 years, literally over 10 years of my life, probably the last, since I've been, almost 15 years of my life, getting to understand health, getting to understand how the mind works, the places I need to be, how I can support other people, and that's why I make these videos. I make these videos here not to say, hey, I've got it all figured out, check out my life, but like, I think if there's a reason that I'm here is to share these things. And if I can give you a little bit of inspiration, regardless of whether you're someone who's investing and you're freaking out right now because crypto's crashing, or you're trying to start a farm and live sustainably, whatever the thing is, if I can just help you connect a little bit deeper to yourself, that's all that matters to me. When I first started going barefoot, I didn't expect how much it would change, but it was in the stripping away of my shoes that I saw the stripping away of all the things that didn't serve me, and I was able to make gigantic life shifts and life leaps that completely changed everything. See you soon.